It's Yalla Home. Yalla Home.
With Anna Schofield.
And Big House.
It's Pulse 95. We're live through till 8 o'clock. Are we going to talk about the Euro? Are we going to talk about COVID-19?
I think let's do the Euros. I mean, COVID-19 figures are not up yet anyway.
Fine.
Or let me just check real quickly.
No, come on.
I feel I want to talk about the Euros. Actually,
Yeah.
they are up, but let's do the Euros.
I'm busting.
Okay, Anna, first of all, hard luck. You are from England.
Yeah.
Hard luck. Tell me your feelings.
All right.
How did you feel?
Yeah, I want to tell you. I want to tell you.
Tell me, go.
So, and because obviously, I watched it as an English person. I also watched it as a radio presenter who is then going to talk to you today because you were winding me up obviously yesterday, and also doing the whole radio balance thing. And how funny was that? We got loads of reaction when I turned your music off yesterday because you played these.
Oh my God! 3 of my close friends gave me a call. They're like, "Yo, bro, that was funny."
And it is funny, right? That's what you do.
Because I was playing the Italian national anthem, you guys, and she's like, "Yeah, turn it down." I'm like, "Okay."
I reached over and closed the buttons off, closed the faders down. So here's the thing.
Okay.
You got lots of people talking about different things. The fact remains that actually, when Italy and England came out, I said in the first few minutes you get a level for what's going on. Obviously, we scored early doors. It was
1
absolutely
minute
brilliant.
and a half.
Yeah,
That
fantastic. Early doors. And obviously this is something that Southgate's brought in. Everyone's sussing each other out in the first 5 minutes. It's just the warm-up. And for some reason, England are going, right, get a goal in then. It's really clever.
Yeah.
So the first half, we dominated. We were in there, but, we were trying to score all the time. The second half, Italy came out fighting and we unravelled. And there was about 20 minutes where we just didn't even know what we were doing. It was like, what's happened? And Italy scored and they equalised. And then towards the end of the second half, we got our game back because he finally brought Grealish in. He should have brought Grealish in before. They absolutely shut Kane down. Kane had a shocker. He couldn't get near the ball because Italy were good. They were like, do not let Kane get the ball. And that's what you do when you've got someone good. So they absolutely concentrated on that, which is what you would do if you're a team. But the thing is with Italy is they know that they have this circus skill. So they are really good at shooting a ball in a rectangular box. That's what they do well. And then you've got England, who are absolutely notoriously bad at it, and we are. Doesn't matter how old the players are or not, or experienced. So for some reason, we're just not good at it. So Italy have a pattern of this. They have lost, Italy, I just want to say, and I sound like a sore loser, but I just want to make this point. The last 2 games of football, they have not won. So they are the winners of the Euro Cup, but they have not won the last 2 games. What they've done is they've managed to equalise until they get to penalties and they know they're hot. They didn't beat Spain. They won in penalties.
Yeah.
They didn't beat us. They won in penalties. Both teams went down in penalties. They were great yesterday. They were great.
Yeah. I mean,
but that is what happened.
Technically,
It's
I think you described the game technically, yeah. But I would say it's really, really interesting. And again, this is like, because I listened to the analysis afterwards.
Yeah.
Analytics and stuff like that. They actually said England scoring a goal in the first 2 minutes was bad for England because
we then spent 90 minutes defending
exactly.
it.
And that's what happened. And the players got into that mood of like, we're up 1-0 and that's it. And
no,
Italy's,
I think they were still scared.
I know, but I mean, still up 1-0. Even when the equalizer came, by the way, you see the England's players like clapping. Let's go. It's fine. We're 1-1 now.
We'll get it. Yeah.
We're tied.
Yeah.
So I don't think there was and that's according to the analytics. It took in away that sense of urgency. The crowd got out of it a little bit in the second half as well, I think.
Yeah.
But technically speaking, look, I think, from a perspective of just I watched the second half and it was like just interesting how...
Fell apart. We fell apart.
Yeah, no. I mean, look, football at the end, the way Italy and England play, by the way, whether you believe it or not, is very similar. Like very defensive, very like they play that way.
Yeah.
And it's just, Italy when they scored, even the presenters, the English, they say we kind of saw that coming. Like you got attack.
And as that was happening, I think we were about 5-10 minutes in.
Yeah.
And at the table we were going, this is really dangerous because in a minute they're going to get one in.
England needed a second goal.
We did.
After in the first half, like a 2-0
and
to
then
make
it would
sure.
have been fine.
Yeah.
And we couldn't
but
get
they
through.
kind of restored it back. And again, you don't know. Look, I think with these things, and shout out again to Southgate, I think he did a great job with this club. But how are you feeling? Like, how was the feelings afterwards when the penalty was missed?
We started to get a bit, oh no, when England were unravelling in the first half of the second, the first bit of the second half.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the second half, he started subbing in other players, and he should have done that earlier because Kane was down, Kane was defended. Yeah. Why he only brought Grealish in for the last 5-10 minutes, such a shame. But anyway, finally Grealish got there. Then we got our rhythm back, but it was kind of too late then.
Yeah.
And everyone knew.
The players like Sacco and others, the creative players in the English team,
Yeah.
they came late.
They did come
The
late.
players that can actually make things happen,
Yeah.
they came in late. Why did they came in late? Because he thought he's going to get away with 1-0. Southgate is thinking that. When Italy
Yeah.
scored the equalizer, it was like the 70th minute.
Yeah.
There was 15, 20 more minutes, so it was a bit too little, too late to do anything.
You're right.
And then it was like penalties. Not a big fan of penalties, but it was really kind of crazy to see 3 players miss the penalties. Now,
Yeah.
the main headline afterwards is the talk about, obviously the bad things that happen. Maybe we could talk about it after the news.
Yeah, do that
But
later.
it is a bit.
It
I felt
overshadows everything. It's a shame.
I mean, Prince William was, Prince George was there. The whole English population, obviously saluting England.
Yeah.
Everyone was watching. Great mood was actually shadowed by the stuff that happened before when these people came in, and afterwards with all the violence that happened, they started beating.
Yeah.
Like everybody that's not white, to be honest. Like it was really terrible, and it was like, why you're beating people up, and the whole thing about racism and attacking 19-year-old kids. I love the fact that white players and white people in England came out and said, give these guys time, give them
Yeah,
psychology,
of course.
psychological love,
Yeah.
mental love. It's very tough what happened to them.
Yeah. But Southgate said, I watched him do his live press interview this morning.
Yeah.
Because, I wanted to know where he was at. Very calm and
Yeah.
just going, look, I take the decision there.
He did.
I decided who was going on for penalties.
He did.
He said, this is what we were trained for.
Yeah.
This is what we did. It played
He did
out
say
the way
that,
it
and
did.
big up to him, because everybody was attacking the players. He's like,
Yeah.
that's on me.
I did it.
That's not on them.
Yep. But then he said, and this is really interesting, he said we had an 18, I think it was an 18, a 19, a
Yeah.
20-year-old.
Yeah.
He said they are playing in one of the biggest tournaments in the world.
Yeah.
He said the pressure was intense. They
Yeah.
were playing in their own home. It wasn't like that in Russia. He said Russia, the squad last time was in Russia. We didn't have this pressure. This time the pressure was immense. And he said it's going to hurt for a bit.
Yeah,
These
of course.
guys, it's going to hurt them.
Yeah, yeah.
He said, but they will be such good players after
can
this.
I-
The experience will be intense for them.
Can I say something? I
Yeah.
think what he did, a lot of people are attacking that, but what he did for me,
Yeah.
I like it. I'll tell you
Yeah,
what.
I
How do people gain experience? If
Right.
you're gonna say that he's gonna be 18, he's a kid, or he's a baby. Well, guess what? Toughen up. It's a tough world out
Do you
there.
wanna play football?
And you gotta play it that way. You gotta miss a penalty. The greats, Zidane, Maradona, all the greats have
Southgate
missed.
himself
Everybody
was
has
the
missed a
English
penalty. But
captain.
Southgate was never a good penalty taker, and he talked about that.
True.
He talked about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So,
He was terrible.
so everybody misses a penalty. So I like what he did. It was maybe a wrong decision, but I like what he did. That's how you train them. Right now,
Yeah.
these guys are going to go through this whole mental thing. They're going to
Yeah.
think about it. They're going to...
They'll live it over and over again. But he said, look, they're not even at the peak of their game yet,
Yeah.
these guys. They're baby. They are babies.
Kids.
The kids. Funnily enough, it's really interesting, Hass. So at my table, I had my best friend, comedian Rebecca Howe. We had
Shout out
Richard there.
Rebecca. Yeah.
I had my kids. I had their friends.
Oh, man.
Now, so you can imagine Albie.
Yeah.
Albie, 14. He's been on the show this
he's
week.
been pushing really hard and passionate about it.
And I've never seen him this passionate, as have you. Like we both Hass and I this week were going, wow, Albie's really into this. Funnily enough, last night when that happened, and then at the end, the 18-year-old, I can't remember his name,
Sacco or
burst into tears.
Yeah.
Southgate immediately
Yeah.
was giving him a big hug. All the other players were around him going, it's all right, it's
Yeah,
all right, you
yeah.
know? Because when you're 18, that's
I
massive.
mean, 3 English players missed the penalty, so everyone was... but the last
Everyone
one was the highest
the
one.
young one
Sacco, yeah.
collapsing, yeah. And it was Albie who went, how could he do that to him? He's only 18. How could he rest the nation
can
on
he-
his
yeah.
shoulders? That is a horrible thing to do. And I was like, oh, Albie, okay. Because I like it when my son has an opinion because he's so chilled. So when your chilled child suddenly speaks up, I'm like, I'm listening. I want to hear what you got to say.
Saka. His name is
yeah,
Saka.
Saka,
He's
okay.
incredible. I mean, yeah,
But
very young.
Albie was furious about it.
I hear you, and a lot of people were.
Yeah.
In terms of like, why would you do that? But I would
But
reply.
yeah, go, because I'm
No, I would
positive
reply.
about it.
How would you make a 19-year-old kid grow
Yeah.
in the most biggest stage in the world?
Yeah.
Pressure.
You had that
So you're
experience.
either a hero or no hero, right?
Yes.
He gave him that. If he scored, he's a hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so it is a pressure thing. I don't know, like you play with it. Like, technically you put your like first 2 or first 3, the ones that would score. But penalties, fam, like the way penalties is very
it's
psychological.
horrible.
Like
Yeah.
it's very psychological. But we'll talk about that obviously coming up. But Hard luck, England.
Look, good game. Just fantastic game. I mean, taking all the rubbish that happened outside of that, and this minority of
I hope
British
it doesn't overshadow
English that do this stuff around football. Football is a game. It's meant to be competitive, and they completely tarnish it and they overshadow us, and it's annoying. Taking that aside, it was a fantastic game. Emotions were running high, and actually, what a final.
That's it. We're definitely going to be right back. A little bit of sports headlines at you right here, Pulse 95 Radio. Let's go.
If you liked this episode of Yalla Home, drop a like and subscribe.
95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.